Yo, I'm dead ass itching to call the cops. Like, I'm feeling to call the cops. Right now, I just left Walmart, and the security guard was like, let me see your receipt. And there was a nigga standing next to him that I think was a stalker, because he had a Whole Foods Market bag on his shirt. Like, it was hanging from, like, it looked like a necklace or some shit like that. And that they, you know, the people stalking me, they from Whole Foods Market and shit. Ain't no Whole Foods nowhere near here, you feel me? And when I got to the register, when I got to the exit, the security guy was like, oh, let me see your receipt. And I was like, what? They never asked me to see my receipt before. He was like, oh, they always ask everybody that leaves. He was like, you never shopped at Walmart? I'm like, I shop at Walmart all the time. They never ever asked me to see my receipt. He's like, oh, they supposed to, da 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 da. He was like, that's the policy. I was like, where's the policy? He was like, I don't know. You feel me? So then I was like, can I speak to the manager? Because they never asked me for my receipt. Yo, you telling me if 100 people leave at once, they're going to have a line to get out the door? To get out of the exit door, they're going to have a line just because they check everybody's receipt? Nah, I think that was the Whole Foods nigga, the Whole Foods stalker that was holding the Whole Foods bag around his neck and shit, that probably told him to tell me that, to check my receipt and shit. Yo, I swear to God, I was about to start some shit up in there. I was about to call 911 and be like, listen, I think I'm being discriminated against because I'm fucking black and shit. And the nigga that was, my bad, the nigga that was asking me to check my receipt, he was Indian or whatever, but I was about to call 911 and be like, yo, I think they discriminating against black people up in Walmart because they asked me to check my receipt. Meanwhile, they never check my receipt ever. Like, every time I shop at Walmart, they never asked me to check the receipt. So then I was about to start some shit. I was like, let me speak to the manager. I was about to start shit. Tell me how the manager comes over. And he was like, oh, can I just take a quick look at your receipt and then you could be on your way and da-da-da. Like, he looked like he didn't want to be bothered and shit. So I didn't start some shit because of him or whatever. He was like, oh, every time I come in here on my shift at 8 o'clock, they always check receipts. They supposed to. I don't know why they don't. If they didn't when you left before, but they supposed to. Da, 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 da. So I accepted that. You feel me? But otherwise, I would have turned that shit. Yo, I would have turned it up in there, son. I would have called the cops. I would have had that shit all on camera. I would have started lawsuit. I would have started mad shit. I'd have been like, yo, Walmart's discriminating against me because I'm black and shit like that. They trying to say that I'm stealing, so they want to check my receipt. No. If they want to check receipts, they got to check everybody's receipt. They just can't check my receipt just because the person who's stalking me is telling them to. Because people who stalk me, they have the people in, like, let's say I go shopping somewhere, they'll have those people who work there, like, try to fuck with me and shit, just like that. Like, saying, oh, can I check your receipt and shit like that. Like, other times I had to call the cops up in Target because they were trying to say that they can't use my coupon and shit like that. Son, I turned it up in Target when I called the cops. I was like, fuck that. Yo, I got a video. Tell me how the Whole Foods stalkers, they was telling the cops, like, to fuck with me and shit. The cop, he didn't want to help me. I was telling him, oh, there's a group of people stalking me. You know what this nigga said? He was like, nobody's stalking you. My nigga, I got that on camera. How the fuck you know if somebody's stalking me or not? Hello, are you living my life? There's a such thing, there's a word called stalking, right? That word exists, right? Because people stalk other people. I got that shit on camera, son. I could ruin his whole life if I put that shit online. If I post that shit, if I call internal affairs, son, his 20-year pension, that shit ain't happening if I do that, you feel me? But I know he was influenced by the people who stalking me and shit like that. But I don't give a fuck though, because if he loses money so I could gain money, that's on him. He should have been a police officer and did his job. He didn't. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. That was in Target when I was saying that the Whole Foods stalkers, they told him to not set my coupon, so I turned it up in Target, called 911, and all that was calling 911 the whole fucking time. And I got all that shit on camera. And then the same cop, he was like, oh, what this nigga said? He was like, oh, he was like, the people who stalking you gotta be here for us to do anything. So you telling me, and I told him this, I was like, oh, so if somebody gets killed, the killer gotta be there for y'all to do anything, right? Y'all not gonna look for the killer if the killer gets away and shit like that. So he started talking mad fast. He started talking over me mad fast and shit like that. He knew how stupid he sounded. I got that shit on camera too. I got that shit on camera too. Him saying, oh, the stalker gotta be here. And then I was like, oh, what if somebody gets killed? And he started talking mad fast, like trying to talk over me or whatever, because he knew I was recording him and shit. It's like, you know you getting recorded and you still saying stupid shit, nigga. Like, are you serious? Why are you saying stupid shit if you know I got a camera in your face? That don't make no sense to me. Like, don't you care about your job? You know what people do with cameras? They do bad shit. They ruin lives with fucking camera footage and shit like that. Anyways, So I went in right now, Walmart. But if that manager would not came up to me like that, like looking like he didn't want to be bothered and shit, he thought I put his hands like this, like with his other hand like this. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all. He went like this. He was like, please let me see your receipt. If you just show it to me real quick, then you could be on your way and shit. And I was just like, you know what? Let me not turn it up in here. He probably want to just get the fuck up out of there and go home or whatever. Here I am going to turn it up, calling 911, bring 911 up in this shit. Like, they discriminate against me. It's because I'm fucking black. It's the cost of being black. Nah. Why they ask me for my receipt? And shit like that. I was about to be on some shit like that. Because some stores be discriminating against people because they black. Macy's did that. Macy's 34th Street. There was thousands and thousands and thousands of complaints from black people saying, oh, they discriminate against me because I'm black. Like, what they would do is the security guards would only target the black people for stealing. Like, they would go up to the black people saying that all the black people were stealing. You feel me? Like, it was like a lot of people, the security guards, they was accusing a lot of black people of stealing. That there was thousands and thousands of complaints and shit like that. So all the black people was like, nah, just because I'm black, you think I'm stealing and shit like that. Like, they went in, there was it was lawsuits and shit like that. I was about to turn it off and warm my up. I was just like, nah, let me stop. Let me not do that to them at this time of night. And when I was telling him, let me speak to the manager or whatever, some other security guys came out of nowhere. I'm thinking like, what the fuck these niggas think they gonna do? Who the fuck is you and shit? But once that manager came out, you know, I didn't want to turn it up and shit because I believed him. That's why I didn't want to turn it up. I'm gonna be honest, at that point, I didn't think it was a Whole Foods stalker anymore that told him to tell me, that told the original security guard to tell me, let me see your receipt. Because I believed the manager and shit like that. Had I not believed the manager, boop, boop, I would have called 911 so fucking quick. Everybody in the world, everybody in this country, I don't know what the number to the cops is in other countries, but everybody know what the fuck number to the cops is. Everybody know the cops. Every single person knows the cops. So, you know, I would have turned it up and shit. Been like, yo, it's because I'm black. The cost of being black. They want to check my receipt and shit. Why they ain't check everybody else's receipt? That one I would have bring up some shit. Like, last time I was in here, nobody checked my receipt. Oh, they gonna check all those other people's receipts. Like, I would have just went in, you feel me? Like, but I didn't because I believe the manager and shit like that. But otherwise, I would have turned it up. I would have felt bad for them, but I feel worse for myself. Like, you ain't gonna try to play me. He was like, oh, let me see your receipt. When I leave Kmart by my house and shit, when I buy something, they ask to check your receipt. I never made a problem. I never said, oh, but the other person didn't check my receipt. I've been going to that Kmart, I'm not even gonna exaggerate, like over 20 years and shit. And I've been living in that hood for all my life, basically. And I've been going to Kmart for over 20 years. They always check your receipt. When you leave that Kmart, they always check your receipt. Always, 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 always and shit. So if it's happened before, like if it happens all the time, obviously that's what they do. But here in Walmart, I came to this Walmart a few times before, and I would ask to check my receipt. I never left this late though. I'm keeping 100. I never left this late, but I have left during nighttime. I have left other times during nighttime. They never asked me to check my receipt. I left during daytime. Whatever the fuck time I left, they have never ever asked me to check my receipt. So once this nigga came and asked me to check my receipt, and then I seen the Whole Foods stalker next to him, hold the fuck up. You feel me? Let me turn it up in this bitch and, you know, tell the cops, listen, I think it's because I'm fucking black and shit like that. That's what I would have said. I would have that I said that and shit. I don't think it was because I'm black. I would have told the cops that though. You feel me? Because I didn't think it was because I'm black. I thought it was because that nigga was standing next to him, next to the security guard with a Whole Foods bag and shit like that. So, and then I was holding all my bags. I put my backpack on. I took my sweater, put that shit on my arm. I took all my bags, my shit that I bought, my groceries and shit that I paid for with my green money, mind you. And I took my fucking food because I had some leftovers here and shit. And I was holding all that shit waiting for the manager. I was like, let me speak to the manager. So he was like, all right. The security guy was like, all right. He's called the manager over and shit. The manager started putting his hands in that praying position. He was like, please just let me see your receipt that you could be on your way. They already knew I was about to turn shit up in there. Nah, if you ask to see my receipt now, next time I go in there, all the time I go in there, they better ask me to see my receipt. He was like, oh, I don't know why they always supposed to ask you to see your receipt and shit like that. And they probably thought I was gonna leave and shit because I was taking all my bags. But I was standing right the fuck there and I'm not going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere, you feel me? Fuck that. Anyways, I could have went somewhere. I could have left. I paid for my shit. And if I say you can't check my receipt and shit like that, if I say you can't check my receipt, then you can't check my receipt. Because when I was buying all that shit, you didn't say, oh, can I check what you buying? Can I check how you paying? They ain't ask all that, you feel me? So when you paying for it, when you put in the green ass money in their fucking hand, ain't no problem. But when you walking out the shit, when they probably thinking something, it's a problem all of a sudden. Nah, I don't do those. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. And I just don't do those. And I'm sorry if I'm offending some people, whatever fuck. But I don't give a fuck, honestly. This is about me and shit. This is me. I'm me. Who you looking at right now is me. And that's it. Like, about to turn it up in fucking Walmart. You know, Wally's World. Everything always goes down in Walmart and shit like that. And before, when I was shopping and shit, there was people arguing in the front. There was a whole bunch of people arguing. There was some nigga was like, what the fuck you said to me? What the fuck you just said to me? Like, that's regular shit you see in Walmart. You feel me? But like, I just walked past. I didn't give a fuck if they was arguing. But once it came to me, I was like, what? And I'm thinking, if I call 911 up, it's getting turned the fuck up because my phone is fully charged. My shit is fully charged, yo. I'm going to recall the cops for a hot motherfucking minute, and I don't give a fuck. The cops could have checked my receipt type shit, you feel me? But I guess it's people's demeanor that, you know, changed the whole shit. Like, the manager, he came over. He looked nice and shit. He looked like he didn't want to be bothered, and I did believe him. I believed him. Otherwise, if I would have not believed them, then I needed the cops to tell me that shit. That's what the fuck I need. But I believed him. They lucky. They lucky. Them niggas is lucky, you feel me? Because it's midnight and shit. I know niggas don't want to be bothered. Especially with no cops walking up in Walmart. And I think I saw cops walking up in Walmart before. It was probably that shit with the people arguing. They probably started fighting and all that. Because the nigga was like, what the fuck you called me? What the fuck you said to me? Like, that nigga was going in and shit. But yeah. I'm sorry about this rant and shit, this Walmart rant. But, you know, I don't like shit like that. I should have went back and took a fucking video of the nigga who was holding the Whole Foods back around their neck. Anybody could have a Whole Foods bag, but it's a group of people from Whole Foods that stalked me. So ain't that a motherfucking coinky thing? Don't you think? That the security guard was asking me to see my receipt. They never asked me to see my receipt before. And the nigga with the Whole Foods bag was standing right next to him and shit. You know? If they want shit to, if Whole Foods, if y'all want shit to get turned up, believe you me, I would turn shit up. I would set it off in there, Jada Pinkett style. Yo, I dead ass would set it off in that bitch. Fuck that. Yo, I dead ass would do that. Like, I don't give a fuck. You feel me? I would do some shit like that. But they lucky I didn't. They really lucky I didn't though. But one day they ain't gonna be so lucky. You know what I'ma do too? Since they like putting shit in my food, like they like putting shit in my food and I'm eating and shit like that, right? How I always say, if y'all go to all my other videos, every single one of my videos, if y'all go to my Instagram and see all my posts and shit, yeah, I see that I be saying that they be putting shit in my food or whatever. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk up in the Whole Foods, I'm gonna get a plate of food, I'm gonna go to South, I get a plate of food, eat that shit, wait for them to put something in my food. Then I'm gonna call 911, be like, excuse me, I used to work here. Every time I come in here, they fuck with me. They putting shit in my food. Take this box of food. Take this shit. Send this to the fucking lab. Nah, let me not make a joke out of it. Because that shit ain't funny. But I'm gonna do that and shit. Anyways, I'm still by Walmart waiting for the bus or whatever. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed my rant, yo. Because I would have turned shit up. And I ain't editing none of this shit, so... Nah, let me see if I gotta edit this.